We good? We good? We good? Yeah, we good on that one. See on the TV on that one, here on that one. And that one, should we maybe turn it in a little bit more?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We good. Man, we all good. So this one can actually go straight forward, so man. Alright, what's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? First off, man, again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. I know we're a little late. Who we got on there? The Queen. Hey, love. What's going on?
We need. What's her number? We need to.
You don't know
The phone number.
We'll get to that. We don't want to start calling right off. Let's get before you sit on my book.
I didn't sitting on the book.
You are sitting on my book. Look at that. That ass so big he can't even fit it. All right. First
skinny.
off, man. Again, man, we love everybody. Quick prayer, real quick. We're just gonna say thank you, Jesus, for allowing us to have another beautiful day, man. Allowing us to come here, and for everybody knowing that these are our personal opinions, in no way, shape, form, or fashion that reflect our clubs. You know, so don't be calling our club members and calling our presidents and everything else talking about sell this and sell that. So, and again, we just humbly thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to come and present and to teach, and to reach those that want to be reached.
Amen.
In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So that was a quick little prayer. Tonight, I know y'all been waiting on who is this special guest, Mrs. C. And I know y'all heard me say, if you're in a motorcycle club, then you should know who Mrs. C is, which you should. What up, Eula? What up, Sherrock? What up, Shelton? What up, Vicky? Just Black? John has got a lot of stuff he got going on, but he coming right up. What up, Clarence? Anyway, while we at it, I want to give a shout out to my man John Bunch. Today, as you can see today, I brought my books to get signed. Both of my books, the Prospects Bible and the Motorcycle Club PRO's Bible. I brought both of those. I want my book signed by him. And then this is the one I keep in the bathroom that I read occasionally when I'm, in there handling my business. When I'm in the office, handling my business. So this is the one. So I actually have two of them. But anyway, you got to support. It ain't about him giving you nothing. It's about you supporting, showing the love, and getting it to where it is. So, Mrs. C, I'm waiting on John to come back. And again, excuse us for being late. We always, we're not trying to be unprofessional. We're trying to be very professional. We know you guys' time is valuable. But tonight's lesson is actually a real powerful lesson. And this is one of, 3 parts? So this is what we got.
Yeah, 3 parts.
This is one of 3 parts. So we actually got 2 other parts. I got my hat. This means I got to turn it around. I'm going to get it right. This means I'm motherfucking cowboy fishing. That means you got to kick your cowboy ass. You understand me? So anyway, man, again, special shout out and special much love to this guy right here, man, for the knowledge and the fact that he would even take the time out, man, to share this with you guys. So it is what it is, man. Introduce yourself. Give me your
Hello,
history,
I'm Black Dragon. You can find my YouTube page, Black Dragon National President. I've been in the motorcycle club world for 27 years, and I have been fortunate enough to be a national president for 7 years in February. We are having a good time talking to you all about things. And what happened to me is, I had the good fortune to be a part of this incredible movie called Biker Boys. From the very start, we brought it together. And a lot of things happened, but we kind of missed out on a lot of MC protocol in the movie. A lot of focus was put on other things. And we kind of saw the motorcycle set explode, and then we kind of saw the motorcycle set implode in terms of what people were doing, how people were coming up with things, and we kind of saw a little bit, I've seen a little bit of erosion of our values and some of the ways that we do things. So I kind of decided to start talking, and some personal losses of mine made me come to the realization that I wanted to be a better person, I wanted to share more, and I wanted to share some of the things that I have learned being on the motorcycle set for all this time. So I began to speak and it wasn't necessarily in the beginning. I had no idea what kind of impact it would have, and I'm just absolutely amazed at how many people have been affected by this thing that we're doing. So then, as the good Lord would have it, I found out about this guy and some of the things he was doing, and we were talking about some of the stuff on the same plate, and it has kind of evolved into where we are now. I say this stuff, I speak from my heart. Not everything I say is right. Everybody's not going to agree with me. I speak mainly from a lot of things that have happened to me as a president, as a national president, all the way from a prospect. For me, prospectship was not easy. It took me about 5 years to be allowed into my motorcycle club. So some of the things I've seen, club hopping, founders shutting down motorcycle clubs, people turning against presidents, all this kind of stuff we see makes what we're doing not as fun, not as wonderful, and not as great as it could be. So I am what I would call a protocol wonk. I try to be a strict constitutionalist in terms of what do your bylaws say, what is protocol, and how do we get back to it. And
Real quick, too, let me add this right quick because I don't want you guys to get lost. One of the biggest things he just said is this: if you go by the bylaws that were designed and written, okay, a lot of the bylaws at a lot of clubs, they stem from Robert Rules of Order, and then you take that and critique it and you know, and center it for your club. If you go by the rules or the bylaws that are set before your club, you can eliminate a lot of stuff. I promise you. A lot of stuff you can eliminate, answer questions for, and handle even before it even has to even get to a president level. Because if you mess up, and it's in the bylaws that if you do this or do that in conjunction with that, then this should be your punishment. Hey, all you gotta do is read it and punish yourself.
Ha.
But anyway, get back.
I miss you too, Hazel Eyes. It's good to see you again. Keith, I remember that day like it was yesterday. Nobody knew I could really like that back then. It's good to see everybody that's coming on my page and on his pages. And it's just really exciting to see you guys. But my idea was, hey, what's up, Nomad out there?
He name dropping right now.
Reeves said,
yeah, Reeves.
chosen few.
Yeah.
He said that's assuming they have good bylaws. We're not even going there yet, man.
Reed, come on, Reed, stall it out, Reed.
We're not even going there like that yet.
Yeah.
So it's been an exciting thing to try to reach back and give, but it doesn't come without consequence. This guy gets massacred
on a daily.
on a daily basis. All he's trying to do is talk about some of the things that he sees and that he's going through, and he's doing this on two wheels. I'm just now starting to get massacred, and my reputation is starting to take more hits than it already has, and I'm just going to keep on speaking from the heart. I'm not looking to attack anyone or destroy anybody. I come from the we, not I, not me, but we. The we MC, we the MC. That's what I care about. I'm concerned about the people that are out there that love this thing, and so that we can do it better. The Prospects Bible was my first attempt at getting these things together. I wrote the Prospects Bible because I kept losing people out of the Black Sabbath, and they became citizens of great clubs, and they would call me back later and say, man, I never should have left. What you taught me was right. So I was like, well, where are we going wrong? We're going wrong in the beginning and how we pull people in. Prospects Bible is my best-selling book. It's been doing excellent. I thank you all for supporting me, and I'm glad that it's reaching folks. My next book was the PRO's Bible, and that was because I went to the PRO's convention and I spoke. And the PRO is it's like the only position that there's nothing written about, so I wrote that. And then I wrote Prospects Bible for Women. And I appreciate you guys for buying these books. They're all available on Amazon. So we want to move our discussions from fear and intimidation to what can we do, first of all, to be the best members we can possibly be, our all to our MC. And these things are really for folks that I'm not a hobbyist. This is not a hobby
Oh
for
no,
me.
no.
I'm at this
If this was
thing
a hobby, we wouldn't even be here right now.
24/7, 7 days a week. Somebody's always calling me with some retardation. So this is for folks that do this for real, that do this every day, that most of your friends are in a motorcycle club somewhere. If it weren't for motorcycles, I wouldn't know this guy.
Period.
One of my regional presidents called me up today and he said, how many of these folks would you even hang out with if they weren't in your motorcycle club?
Well, and I went live about that too, John. Not to cut you off, but I went live about that because even with all of the BS I go through with trying to figure this thing out, we're trying to be a good brother, we're trying to be a good club brother, we're trying to work everything out. I have to look at what I've gained from this, and I've gained some some powerful friends, some good friends, and I've actually made family bonds with certain people. Man, I mean, I can go on and on naming people. My man Wild Child. I mean, just different people. My man's Highway Smiley.
Reef.
Reef. Flacco. You feel what I'm saying? My man Adam Garcia. All of the rare breed cats, the second to none. I mean, the Black Sabbath cats. And so when people ask me a lot of times, because when I go through stuff, I got people that I talk to, my national president, and different things. And it just seems so easy just to give up sometimes. Like, man, what is this shit all worth? But then when you talk to them and they say, well, Sel, what you're going through is all about because you do care, you do have the passion, and you do have, what it takes to be a successful member or in this motorcycle community that we're in. And that's the part that's hard because, like what he was saying, that this is not for the hobbyists. Also, we're doing this for the people that go through all of the everyday bull crap. You feel what I'm saying? All the people who hate the motorcycle club, all the people who go through it in a motorcycle club. Every motorcycle club got them one or two that just every time you look around, they in trouble. Well, 9 times out of 10, them are just superstars. We'll get into that. We'll get into that later. But 9 times out of 10, them are just superstars. The ones that are always, the name is always coming up. It's always, he gonna have something to say. He this. Well, those are the people who care about the direction that whatever this situation is at this particular time in OMC together is going in. So that's why we're here, man. This man with his wealth of knowledge, me with my knowledge, and I'm not brand new. I'm not as old as him. I'm not brand new. But one thing about me, I'm new
not
to this.
old.
He's not old. 27 years in the game is old. And if you still in the motorcycle club after 20 plus years, you a G. You old. You what we call a triple OG, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's some street cred shit. You triple OG.
That's cred?
Oh yeah, that's major.
Oh.
Major. Yeah, it's triple OG. So
that's cred.
I mean, and for me, one thing about me, man, and you can ask anybody, I love wisdom. I love knowledge because I just want to do it right. More importantly, I want to know what the fuck I'm talking about. I really do. I want to know what I'm talking about. When you call me and say, "Hey, Sal, can we do this or can we do that?" and I'm gonna give you the answer that I've researched, the answer that I've gotten, not once. Because I'm gonna tell you this: you can ask the same question to 3 different people. You might get 3 different answers, but the meat of it is gonna be the same answer. You're gonna get 3 different versions, but the meat of it, you're not gonna be able to deny the meat of the answer, and that's your answer.
And here's one thing my mother used to say. The truth has a ring of familiarity that once you hear it, it sounds familiar. You know it's true.
Okay.
A lot of times you hear stuff and it don't sound right to you. And that's because it's not right. And you know it's not right. So go with your first mind. Education is key. You have to look up things. You have to ask questions and you have to absorb. You have to learn from your lessons. A lot more of us are writing and putting things together, and there's a lot of places you can go to find documentation. Don't just take things that somebody says, especially if people have some sort of an agenda behind what they're telling you. The biggest thing that you need to realize when you're dealing with the MC is stop saying I, me, mine. It's we, ours. It is our MC. And if you can treat we, our brothers and sisters, like you would want to be treated, these are the golden rules. Protocol is amazing. I read a book one time that said everything you learn that you need to learn to deal with people, you learn by the time you're 5 years old in kindergarten. The book had a little apple on it, and it talked about everything you need to know to play in the sandbox and get along with others. You learn that in kindergarten. So you already know how to get down. The idea is when we bring our personal agendas and greed and jealousies into the mix, then the motorcycle club becomes like a bad church or a bad marriage. And you got to think of a motorcycle club like a marriage, because you're married to the people that have these patches on their back. And it's so easy, and we talk about this all the time, it's so easy to get into me, mine, what's on my chest, my patch. When the patch on your chest becomes more important than the patch on your back, you're no good for the MC.
Message.
When you get so angry that you turn into a person that's going to no longer do good for the MC, or when they hurt your feelings so bad that you want to show them that they can't do it without you.
Message. Look, he on the bullshit. He on the bullshit.
Well, what happens then is you stop doing the very best that you can do for the MC. And we have to understand that the MC is bigger than all of us. The MC is the hive, the beehive. You got the queen bee in there, the president, and you got the workers. And everybody should be a damn worker. I don't curse anymore. Everybody should be a darn worker. And the worker bees come together for the greatness of the hive. And the MC is the hive. And your job is to make the MC great. Make the MC great again. I like that. Make the MC great again. And how do you do that? Through selfless sacrifice. Giving, giving, giving until it hurts again. It sounds almost like the Bible. Giving, giving,
How many
giving.
times, if your brother sins against you, shall you forgive him? What is it, 7 times 7 times 7, as they say in the Bible, something like
That's
that?
a lot of times.
Yeah,
That's three. That's
whatever
a
that
multiple
is. Yeah,
Holy
just
moly.
keep going. But anyway,
Factors of 7.
So, and again, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, well, again, we are not the gospel. We're just two dudes who love what we do, who love riding motorcycles. It's been proven. Check the miles, check whatever, check our destinations, whatever you want to check. And take from us whatever you may and leave the rest. It's just that simple. If you don't agree with something that I say or John say, we don't trust and believe. We not even mad. We not tripping. Listen, brother, if you go on here and say, here they go to bullshit and click off, we going to continue to do what we do with or without you. You feel what I'm saying? And this is the thing. In no way, shape, form, or fashion are we telling any of you guys that the MC that you're in is the wrong. Or that they should be doing it like this. We're just giving you guidelines for longevity. Can we say it like that? We're giving you the guidelines that will take your MC into longevity. A lot of MCs come and go. The reason why they come and go, because you got people doing whatever the fuck they want to do, how they want to do it. And he don't curse, but y'all know I do. I'm going to give it to you as G as 100 as I can. That is the problem. That people, when they start up a club, they start it up based on how they wanted it to be, or this is my shit. This is how, like he said, the my's, I's instead of the we's and us. So again, that's where it is. I am my credentials. Been here, done that. Rode my motorcycle all over the world. I am the National Secretary for King of the South Motorcycle Club, one of the greatest motorcycle clubs in the world. And I'm still growing. 45 years old. Every day, I strive to be better and better and better. For me,
just a baby.
That's all I am. But anyway, I'm on it, man. So, and again, I'm doing this simply because this is what I love, and I want you to love it like I love it. I've been told that everybody not gonna get it. This ain't for everybody. But at the same time, if that be the case, why does everybody have a vest?
Oh, well, they want to be part of the game, but they want to be part of the game their way, and you can't do that. When you go into court, even in Texas and Oklahoma, where we wear our hats indoors, you go into court, and the judge is like, "I need you to remove it." The judge doesn't even say it; it's the bailiff.
Yeah.
You don't get to go in their area and do things your way. You'll find yourself in jail.
You can't do
when
that
you come to the MC world, it is governed. I always tell people there's rules to this.
And it was here before you got here.
And it was here before you got here. I love the guy that comes in the club brand new.
Yeah, we got a bunch of those. Had a bunch of those.
And they come in swinging, and they want to tell you every sacrifice they made. This is a 43-year-old club, dude. Don't you understand that folks made those same sacrifices for the last 43 years?
Without the tools and the equipment that you had to make it with. So, for example, when you was fighting with a knife, they was fighting with a spoon.
and making it happen.
Yeah, and making it happen.
And so when you get to discussing how great you are and how much you've done and everything that you brought to the MC, and then start talking about the old cats, they're so old, they're this, they don't ride
no more, and this, they in the way.
When you get over to their houses and you get to looking in their photo albums, your mouth drops. Like, oh my goodness.
But they're not going to ever do that.
You rode through a snowstorm with no streets.
They're not going to ever take the time to even care what they went through. That a lot of y'all are selfish too. A lot of you motherfuckers.
Me.
A lot of you motherfuckers are some selfish.
Me.
Some selfish individuals. You know what I'm saying? And not respecting history and not putting that respect on history and the respect on the fact of. Understand it. Them old people that he talking about, them OGs, them founders, and them going aways that you talking about that don't ride no more. They rode then so you could ride now. How about that?
Reef is getting ready to get on the highway. He's got 1300
I know.
miles
Yeah.
knocked out.
Hey, Reef, I ain't gonna be able to make it, man. See, what happened was the way my checking and savings is set up.
I'm not gonna be able to make it either. We love you,
The
brother.
RTE, baby, the RTE. But I promise you, I won't be missing too many more of those. I promise you that.
We're praying for you that you have a good and safe journey, and I ask
Love
that
you,
the
Reef.
folks on here pray for you as well. They all know who you are.
Yeah.
Listen, we're dealing with church folks, so that we got someone that sent in the 7 times 70 is the number.
7 times 70. Okay.
Right, is the number.
70 times 70 times 7. Wasn't it or something like that?
She said 7 times 70.
Okay. Well,
So,
I mean, they on
I'm
there.
sure she
I mean,
looked it
I know a
up.
little bit something about my Bible now. Don't get it
Well,
twisted.
you didn't
now.
know 7 times 7.
I know it's 7 times 70 times 7, some sevens and some more
We
sevens.
know there was some
Yeah,
sevens
just
in
keep
there.
counting. That's what you do. And then whenever you get that number times 7 more, basically that's how many times you're supposed to forgive your brother till you can't count no more. How about that? It's
Now,
the same thing with your MC when they
The
piss
other
you off.
thing we talk about is no one's trying to tell you how to do what you want to do.
Period.
But protocol is a set of instructions that specify how we communicate. For you computer cats, internet protocol is a standard of communication protocols that tell how computers will talk to each other, get along, and how instructions will be performed. Motorcycle clubs have the same thing. They have a set of protocols inside bylaws, outside the set protocol by how we talk to one another. And this transcends all countries. There are motorcycle clubs in all countries, all races, all colors, and we all correspond on this set of things called protocol. This communication allows us to get along and operate in the same space and not step over the top of each other. So protocol is a standard by which the language will be spoken. When you are not speaking the standard by which the language will be spoken, you are not in the protocol and we can't understand you.
So protocol is basically MC language. It's just the MC language.
It is the MC language.
Yeah.
It is the standard by which the MCs
Yeah, it's the language.
will communicate to one another.
It's the motorcycle language.
So that's why we talk about, well, if you're not doing this that way, I've never heard that before.
Okay. I'm going to have him sign my books. I got my books. I didn't get them signed the last time I was here, so I'm going to have him sign them now and put those up. You feel what I'm saying? Just in case,
Man, look you got the receipt. You bought,
everything.
You
I
bought
don't play
the
no
book and
games,
everything.
man. I don't
Oh,
play
thank
no
you.
games, man. I don't play no games, man. You feel me? I don't play no games. Now, while you do that, we're going to introduce you to Miss C. Today's topic, Mrs. C. Today's topic, Mrs. C. Mrs. C is motorcycle, riding, social, and the C stands for club. So which one are you? Everybody on here is somehow related to Mrs. C, either through motorcycle, riding, or social. Some of you guys are related to Mr. C because you're in all three at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all club don't know what it want to be, motorcycle, riding, or social. You feel what I'm saying? There's all kind of shit going on all at the same time. So that's what tonight's subject is about. Which club are you in? Motorcycle, riding, or social?
Or all three.
Or all three. Or all three. Yeah.
Do you have a motorcycle club, riding club, social club?
Hey, that's what we're going to find out tonight. We're going to give you a definition of each one, and we're going to explain to you the difference between motorcycle, riding, and social. I had an interview earlier, a couple of weeks ago with Sweet Tea, who broke down to you what the social club used to stand for, which was Social Savings Club. And she kind of gave a definition or a description that showed how they interacted, how the social saving clubs interacted with the MCs and how it transcended into the social clubs that we have today. So check that out. But we're gonna go over this thing today. So that's who Mr. C is: motorcycle riding or social club. Which one are you, or are you in all three at the same time? Yeah, that sounds kind of harsh.
This was your. This was his idea.
This is my idea.
Here I am.
Yeah. All
I
right.
guess
So
I gotta own it too.
yeah.
So you know, Sel called me up on the phone and said, "Hey, he said, National, have you ever seen a motorcycle club that was a social club, a riding club, and a motorcycle club at the same time, and they all had the same vest and the same colors on?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, "No, that's not possible."
It is possible. It's happening right now.
And I said, "Oh no, I've never even heard of such a thing." But it exists. And I'm not and I'm not laughing.
I am.
But
Okay, let's do this. What is a motorcycle club? What's the definition? What is the shortest definition you can give of a motorcycle club?
a motorcycle club is a group of brothers that are have an insatiable appetite to ride and share that through a brotherhood based on motorcycle riding, who follow the protocol of the biker MC set.
So you have to be able to. So a motorcycle club, in your definition, is a group of guys who ride motorcycles who follow the protocol of the rules that were set before them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's your definition.
One of our smart people says operating within an MC is a paramount or equal to the study of sociology, which is the study of particular aggregate within the full spectrum of society.
Say, man, hey, who is that?
That's
Janie. Break that shit down to some.
Janie, hit us with some real.
So yeah, all that old high class. Janie, these is ignorant Negroes, Jamie. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And Bama white folk. Ain't nobody understanding that sociology,
She said
ecology.
an aggregate within the full spectrum of society.
Janie, break that shit down, Janie. Don't be playing no games,
She's
man.
telling us that the
man.
MC is an aggregate within the full spectrum of society. I'm with Janie.
Okay, what about those? Much love to you, Janie, but break that shit down, man. Let's see what we got. What about those who make up the rules as they go and will make up lies on you to get you out of a club, but let him tell it he will kill a rock for you
and shoot
and say, listen, but that's a whole other subject. That's what you call that fake ass brotherhood and sisterhood. So we're gonna talk. Let's right now get to that. Let's stick to the definition. So do you guys understand the definition of a motorcycle club?
So a motorcycle club, in order to be in a motorcycle club,
not in order to be in one, we just want to understand what it is.
So a motorcycle club is made up of these constructs.
Okay.
People in the club must have a motorcycle.
Okay.
People in the club must ride.
Okay.
Leaders in the club must ride. When a leader is no longer able to ride, another leader takes that leader's place. And that motorcycle club follows the protocols of the biker set, which may be something like you got to get a blessing or all kinds of things that happen. So this makes you a motorcycle club. And a motorcycle club is the top of the food chain when it comes to biker clubs.
I was going to read that. Also, you know, he going to get it politically correct. A motorcycle club, to me, and to expound on it, is a group of guys who all have the common love of one thing, which is motorcycling. You feel what I'm saying? That's what creates the club. Is, hey, you got a motorcycle, I got a motorcycle. We love to ride. Let's start a club. You feel what I'm saying?
Only problem is there are other clubs that were here before us, so we got some stuff we got to do to start a club.
Yeah, but the basis of a motorcycle club is individuals coming together for the love of motorcycling. Okay?
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, that part. Janie gonna give us the broke. All right, now I'm gonna read a riding club. Now this comes from my man's book right here. This is the definition of a riding club.
I didn't even know I put that in there.
A group that rides for enjoyment, perhaps under a patch, but members do not incur the responsibility of brotherhood to the level of traditional MCs, modern MCs, or OMCs. Members generously purchase their patches and don't often prospect probate to become members. Rides and runs are generally voluntarily, and there is no mandatory participation. RCs are still required to follow MC protocol when operating on the MC set and would do well to know the MC laws and respect them so as to not wind up in any kind of altercation. To expound on that, basically, most of you cats right now that are in MCs that don't want to follow the rules, you're in the RC. Because you want to be in the club, but you don't want to follow the rules and regulations. You don't want nothing to say mandatory. You don't want nothing to say, well, I got to follow the rules. This is my motorcycle. I can ride it how I want to ride it, when I want to ride it and all that. Well, you need to be in the RC. You need to get out of the way of the MC and join you an RC where you can come and go as you please. You can like to ride, because that's the difference between, to me, the biggest difference between RC and MC is RC is like to ride, MC is love to ride. It's the difference between like and love.
There's a little bit, let's add a little bit more to
Let's
that,
go.
because when he says you're not in the RC, it says right in the definition, because you don't want to incur the responsibility of brotherhood. That's the second part. RC is likes to ride, MC is loves to ride, but MC has a addition of brotherhood, or if you're in a female MC, sisterhood, or if you're in a mixed club, brother sisterhood.
Hood.
Hood.
You got hood.
You got hood.
Yeah. You got
So
yeah.
you incur responsibility in an MC of family, which means that family is there beyond an RC. So an example of an RC would be Gold Wing Riders of America. So you pay your money, you get your patch, and you're a member. There is no responsibility. There's no prospecting. You come.
Ain't no meetings. Ain't no presidents.
They do have meetings and presidents. They do. But yeah, and many of them operate like motorcycle clubs. But
why would they have a president then? Why would you need?
Well,
a president
they need a leader. You got to have a leader, and they have road captains. They call them, and they have tail gunners and all these kind of things that I've seen and heard. And they're a great organization, but they don't incur the responsibility of the brotherhood. Now they can be.
So in other words, and if I'm in the RC, and and I can't be put in a situation to where I got to choose you or my family.
No.
I'm out of here.
No, and you also can't be put in a situation of, hey, them boys got us hemmed up over here. We need y'all here right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm in the Gold Wing Riders of America. We not doing that.
If I'm in the RC, you can't call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Sel, man, I'm straight down the street from your house, nigga.
Oh, no,
and
no.
so, fuck you calling me for? That's your RC, man. So, now we're going to talk about...
Now, you might do that and might get some help.
No,
but
sir.
in the MC, they call you like...
No, I see in the MC...
In the MC, it's a responsibility. You got to get up.
In the MC, you got a different ringtone. You know what I'm saying? I got a different ringtone for all my brothers, because if I'm asleep, then the phone ring, I ain't got to answer. But if that certain ringtone ring, and they know they ain't got no business calling after 9 o'clock, then that means it's really something going down, so I got to answer the phone. What they got?
Janie's back.
What you say, Jamie?
RC is not a lifestyle.
It's not. That's a good one, Jay. It's not a lifestyle.
But I know some RCs that get down so hard,
as a hobby,
you would not be able to tell.
If you MCing as a hobby, you should be RCing.
Right.
You know what you're saying, Janie?
Yeah.
If you're MCing as a hobby, you should be RCing. Hey, Janie said it. Don't be. Janie said it. So for all of y'all that this ain't that serious to me and fuck this shit, I ain't finna. Yeah, you need to be in the RC, man. Quit say your MC trouble. You finna upset and jump your ass in the RC, man.
There's a Pittsburgh, California?
Yeah, it is. You ain't never heard of Pittsburgh,
No,
California?
I spent 20 years
I got
in
people
California.
in Pittsburgh, California. I know a bunch of people in Pittsburgh.
Hey, what's
California.
up, big dog? God bless you on the
Hey,
highway
yes,
out
where
there,
he at?
brother.
Where Big Dog at?
He's on your feed right
What
now.
up with it, man? You must have bedded down for the night, man. You know what I'm talking about? I meant to come see you guys off, man. Got sidetracked. But I sent you a message today. I hope you got it. I think you did. You responded back. I love you guys, man. Y'all do what you do. It's amazing out there. I know. Trust me.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And he had a trip today. He was talking about some shit that we would never do. I'm so glad they fixed the highway. Me, him, and Highway Smiley was on the phone earlier today. And he told me to get that bullhorn, too, today before I leave.
He wants his bullhorn.
So anyway, but that's MC. We gave you MC, RC, now SC. SC started from social savings, intermingled, and the SCs became what they are now today. What are the responsibilities of SC?
All right, before we do that,
What you
Christopher Henderson had just hit me with some ugly something.
What do you say?
He said, so has it ever been a time where MC stood for men's club? Personally, I have never seen or read it in the history of motorcycling. This is something I heard from a so-called historian on my set in Houston. See more.
Yeah, no, he got some more. I've heard that same thing. I actually got, you get to see more. He got some more on that.
Can you do that?
I've actually done the research on that too, and I've gotten that from a lot of cats that were in clubs that were older, and that's what they were. And I got it from some of my East Bay Dragon folks. I got it from some different people. John he disputes that. He says that the MC never stood for men's club. That the MC, you said, based on what John is saying, that the motorcycle club was never set up for just men only.
Well, social clubs have a big history in America, and there were men's clubs.
Okay.
So if men's clubs already existed, then when people started riding motorcycles, did they call them men's club? Men's club? Men's clubs were already existed, so a men's club that specialized in motorcycles was now a motorcycle club. It might have been a motorcycle men's club, but MC has always stood for motorcycle. So you go back to 1920 something, and you look at the. I just did a thing on them.
Yeah, he's gonna try to show you these old pictures with a lady standing. Me and him done debated this forever.
You go back to the old motorcycle clubs from the 1920s, and they were called the. Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank.
Talking about the ladies.
No, I'm talking about the guys. There's a club back in 1920 something. And they were called the such and such motorcycle club. They're the ones that the Hollister riot guys. They're the ones that were the reason that we got 1% motorcycle clubs in the first place. I forget the name of them, but they were called a motorcycle club. So you're going all the way back to the 20s. So if we think about motorcycle clubs. Before that, 1917, 1916, 1915, I mean, that's about when motorcycle clubs started. So we're all the way up to 1920, and the Booze Fighters. Thank you, Reef. The Booze Fighters were called the Booze Fighters Motorcycle Club. So that's like pretty close to the beginning of when they started. So
they wear the green, don't they? They wear the green. They got like green. I think I got an interview with some of them. I think I ran into them in.
Real Riders. Our brother.
What it do? Booze Fighters. Okay.
From Real Riders. All our brothers that we love y'all for keeping us together.
Praise it. Can a woman motorcycle club have MC on their back patches?
Or does it have to be motorcycle club spelled out?
The proper way is motorcycle club.
MC protocol calls for it to be motorcycle club spelled out.
Yeah.
And MC stood for motorcycle club as far as I'm concerned. And I have done so much research and I have never found in any writing yet to this point MC standing for men's club where it dealt with motorcycles. Now there were men's clubs and female social clubs and women's social clubs and especially black women's social clubs. And we have to talk about that when we talk about the construct of women's clubs, social clubs. And you can now go into the definition of social club.
Again, from talking to a female, 30 plus, I think Teresa had 30 plus years. Social clubs were social saving clubs who ended up intermingling into the motorcycle set by either dating or having a brother that was in motorcycle clubs.
What's up, Night Owls?
And, the social saving clubs were looking for places to have their events, to host their events, to save a few dollars. At this time, when I was told back then, was you couldn't even be a motorcycle club if you didn't have a clubhouse. All motorcycle clubs had clubhouses back in the day. Is that correct?
Well, where we came from, you couldn't. In San Diego, you needed to have a clubhouse.
So, and that's what Teresa said, that all motorcycle clubs back in the day, you had to have a clubhouse. So the social savings clubs would use the motorcycle clubhouses, because they felt safe. It wasn't, they didn't have to worry about paying the high rents or whatever to hold their little social teas and gatherings or whatever, and thus the intermingling of the motorcycle club with the social club. And then they, you got into the auxiliary clubs and so forth like that. But in today's time, you have a lot of debate about what is the responsibility of social clubs. To me, every good club, every good motorcycle club should be affiliated with a good social club. Because understand this is how it works for me. If we having an event at the park, let's just say it's this Black Sabbath picnic this weekend, and we're gonna go to Black Sabbath picnic. Well, on my motorcycle, I can't bring no tents and chairs and ice coolers and all of that. So that's what the responsibility of the social club would be, to get there, to get us a spot, to set up, to have that ready. So when I get off my motorcycle, they can have me a cold drink. You feel what I'm saying? So that's part of the reason, or as part of some of the responsibilities of the social club, is to help the functioning of the motorcycle club. You got to be careful because you'll erase it.
Okay, Reeves said they didn't start off as abuse fighters. They were a group of men who rode together, and they would patron a bar and that they frequented. Said all y'all do is drink, booze, and fight. And the band of brothers
Quick had a name.
became.
Now, let me tell y'all who Reef is. For those y'all who don't know, Reef is Chosen Few, one of the legends, one of the true ground pounders, true Yonder getters out there. So, his knowledge is vast. I don't know how long Reef been in Chosen Few, but I know he has a lot of knowledge on that. So that's who that is that's giving us.
And we're talking a true ground pounder. This cat probably got 500,000 miles on his bike,
even though it's the wrong kind. Reef.
No, it's a victory. It's the right bike. It's the right bike.
It's the wrong.
It's
kind.
the right bike.
But
Reef knows. He leaves
people.
y'all stranded on the side of the
people.
highway, all the time.
Good people.
No, I know, but I'm just so sick of y'all and this so
good people.
Rag.
So, Mr. C.
Read the social club definition.
And it wasn't one in here. That's what I was looking for. I was going to leave that to you, but you didn't have a social club in here.
Okay, so
is it in the PRO?
No, but it's in the women's Bible, and I don't have that with me.
Yeah, I don't have
so the social club is a group of women who have. I've heard of a male social club. I haven't seen one, but a social club is a group of women who have gotten together and formed a club around the motorcycle set, and so they adhere to many of the protocols on the motorcycle set. Many social clubs today are required to bond to a motorcycle club. Now, the new school cats are, like he said, I believe we need a social club to help do those things. In the old school, we had auxiliary. Yeah. Every motorcycle club had a woman's auxiliary, mostly made up of wives and girlfriends. No, not every motorcycle club, but many of them. And these were the folks, and then also some of them would have a support crew of men who might not ride or whatever the case may be, but were down with the club, and these folks would take the tents out, cousins, that sort of thing. So now the top 10 men social club.
That's in Georgia, ain't it?
Are they? Do they hang out on the motorcycle set?
I've seen them at Born Losers. I think I've seen them at Born Losers.
I don't know everything. That's why we have Big Dog on. We got people to back us up. We got people. We don't have to know everything. We got Bible people. We got sociologists.
Hey, Big Dog, we got to get you on there. Actually, we saw that you were supposed to be one of our guests this weekend.
Big Dog said, they hang out on the motorcycle set.
I think I saw him at Born Losers. You don't see him that often. I think, especially now with the changing of the guards, meaning the youngsters. Because when they do come around, it's a show. Like, damn, man.
Okay, so Detroit has a lot of male social clubs, but they ride. The Outlaws don't let them rock MC until they earn it.
So they got to rock SC? Sharif?
No. They just probably have the name of the club.
That's what I'm saying. So do they rock? So they don't rock anything. They just rock. They just until they deem that whatever.
And what do they have to do to earn it?
Can MCs be an RC and an MC? That's what we're now, okay, we got all the definitions. This is what tonight's show was all about. This is the third person to ask me that. Can an MC and an RC wear the same exact patch? In other words, can you have Justified Gangster Riders MC in Texas? And then you got Justified Gangster Riders MC in RC in Oklahoma. Is that possible?
I guess it's possible.
Justified Gangsters MC. So when I run up on you in Texas, you're an MC,
and when
I see you in Oklahoma.
But you know how that can be possible is what we're learning right here is like if you're up north in Detroit, maybe they don't let you rock MC up there. Maybe.
But that's what I was just asking Sharif. So do they rock anything? What I'm saying is this though.
But what we have seen is in Georgia or Alabama,
whatever, yeah,
that all people walking around in the same club, some will have SC, some will have MC, and some will have RC. And I've also seen MC slant SC.
Yeah.
On a rocker.
Can you do that?
You can do that, but to me, as a protocol wonk, I don't see how that speaks the language of I'm a hard running, hard male.
Would you say, Nitty, knock it off?
Stop it. Just stop it. Listen, if you're talking protocol, I don't see that as working positively for your MC.
Okay.
I see that as big trouble for your MC.
Okay.
It doesn't put your MC at the top of the food chain.
Okay.
So I would think.
So
that
in other words, you're
if-
playing MC.
I would think if you're going to do that, the patches would need to be somehow
Different. So okay, so are you? So the question is, because the people want to know now. This is the question people want to know. And again, normally
Janie says it's possible, but you might not want to take it out of your immediate area.
Okay.
Because
Janie, I'm gonna be as nice as I can be. I don't want to call no names, but I'm gonna be as nice as I can be. To me, okay, whoever the founder is or was of that organization, once they establish it as an MC, how can it be changed to anything else?
well, but the founders are establishing as an MC/FC. Or
No, what I'm saying is, if they founded, if you founded your organization as an MC, that's what it was founded on. Okay, that's what it got the approval on as an MC. So at that point, it should be MC forever. How can you then establish it as or this chapter can be a RC, but we're MC. Now understand this. If you're in an area, because I know this was gonna come up. So let's just say the reason why the Oklahoma area is RC because, like they said, we're not allowing no other MCs in that area. Then to me, your club should not be able to halfway. Well, I'm a halfway exist in Oklahoma, but I'm a fully exist in Texas. That's some bullshit.
Well, you have to think of what it takes to be up and running. You want your brothers to have their brotherhood no matter where they are. And so if they say we're not letting you rock MC here, and the only thing you can do is rock RC there.
But I want to be an MC though.
You're going to have to do what it takes in that area to become an
Sharif
MC.
said they do that shit for numbers. So you doing that? Okay. So it's not about the MC shit. It's just about having numbers.
Well,
It's about having chapters and numbers.
But that's not uncommon. We see that all the time when you're giving folks patches that don't have bikes and on and on.
So when you meet people at the Waffle House,
wherever you get them. You're not cussing as much tonight. I'm so pleased with you.
I'm trying.
I'm so pleased with you.
Listen, man. I'm trying to listen. I am trying to be as nice as I can be about this subject, without really hurting people's feelings and stepping on toes.
I'm just so pleased.
There's
with you.
nowhere in the world. Let me tell you something. Either you're an MC or you're RC. What he's saying, the hell with what he said. And everybody is saying that they have seen it. And I'm gonna say this. If your organization goes to move into new territory and they cannot rock MC, then they should just not rock. That would be my definition. If I can't rock it, if King of the South is an MC in Georgia, but they're telling us in Miami that we can't rock MC, then we just don't rock in Miami. That's how I would.
And no matter what club you are, if you try hard enough, you're gonna be able to get into that place.
Yeah, I mean you got to. D-Ray, what up with it? You say give it to him, D-Ray? D-Ray say give it to him, my man. D-Ray.
Give it to me?
No, he's not gonna give it to them, the truth.
Okay, so we got a couple
President
questions
of second
here.
to none in
Can
Oklahoma.
there be an SC without an MC? In many places, no.
Can there be an SC without an MC?
Yeah, what they're talking about is SCs that have to affiliate.
That's
with
brand
MC.
new though, because SCs before
SCs
SCs are just now having to start it. Well, SCs,
it is new, but you're talking about protocol, and protocol is
we're
local.
talking about protocol.
Protocol is local.
But in some states there are more SCs than MCs. Very few states, but there are.
Okay.
In some states there are more SCs than MCs.
Okay, Reef is gone this time for real.
Okay, you going for real now?
Yeah.
All right, Reef.
We appreciate you though.
So, can there be SCs without an MC? Yes. And that's one of the issues that we had here in Georgia, I believe, because they were saying that the SCs had to find somebody.
It wasn't an issue. It was an order that came down from the council.
Yeah.
So in that case, unless you were grandfathered, you were going to hook up with an MC, or you weren't going to play the game at all.
Period.
So when we talk about Are there SCs without MCs? Yeah. Were SCs born before
Yes.
they had to be part of MCs?
Yes.
Yeah. Should SCs
No.
have to
Yeah.
connect to an MC?
Yes.
Maybe, maybe not. That can be argued. But in many places, the protocol says you will.
But let me ask you this: wouldn't it only make sense for an SC to have to link up with an MC to be recognized? Only because, other than that, then what is your sole purpose? Your sole purpose would be just to take and not have nothing to give. Because like right now, I can tell you this on the West Coast, you got some SC parties that are bigger than MC parties.
Yeah, but we're not talking about parties.
No, but what I'm saying is the SC has put in more footwork and more work than the MC. You feel what I'm saying? So they've gained a bigger and better notoriety.
Well, I don't think they put in more footwork. I think that, I'm going to a party with the ladies every time, no matter how big the Kings are.
Okay.
And even if they have Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew, there's some ladies throwing a pajama party over there.
So you going to the pajama party?
Well,
my man Tony Clark say, why do SCs wear riding vests, giving the impression that they are a riding club?
okay, let's do this for just a second.
Okay.
Watch this. When we talk about SCs and where they come from and what they do,
Okay.
SCs have a huge tradition in America.
Okay.
Now, how they got mixed up with motorcycle clubs, I can't tell you.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that
They were.
SCs started off in about 1918 or so. They were very big. They really came from like the Chicago area. And SCs were black women that were middle and upper class that had made money, and they had decided what they wanted to do was help their sisters and black children come up. So they were feeding programs. They had clothing programs, knife and fork programs to teach their younger sisters how to come up and attain some of the things that happened that they were able to get. So there has been a long tradition of SCs in charity work. So at some point somewhere, these SCs, like you said, maybe they started social savings clubs, they come into contact with the MC.
Yeah.
And they start hanging out on the MC set. Why? You got a bunch of strong virile brothers and a bunch of together sisters that are doing the thing.
That's where I want to be.
And so they were able to matriculate onto the MC set and bond and establish. And this was all before this whole Biker Boys thing came up, and then everybody blew up, and now we had to start regulating.
Okay.
So the regulating is always because people aren't doing the right things.
Okay.
So now we have folks saying, well, dang, they're wearing the same vest we are. They look like an MC. They started to look like we did, and it started to become hard to tell the difference. So now we got the regulations that come in.
Which is they can't wear black vests. The rules are now being stated that SCs can't wear black vests.
And all kind of things.
Yeah.
They got to hook up with a motorcycle club, and this was because some of what you're talking about, like they were throwing parties bigger than ours, because traders like me,
a trader,
was going to the MC party or the SC party. Shell's checking on his equipment. Technology has us beat down. Now, somebody asked me,
what you got?
should a traditional MC wear other patches on their back, such as Harley Davidson and the like?
Should a traditional MC wear other patches?
Yeah.
So you're saying that along with are they asking along with
you got your back patch on and on the bottom.
Nothing else is supposed to go on the back of your vest. Nothing else at all, period. Not close to the side, on the edge of it. Nothing else at all is supposed to ever go on the back of your vest.
So in a traditional MC,
No,
your back is owned by the MC.
Period.
You don't get to put your...
You don't get to cover it up. See, now let me talk about that. We talked about that. I think we talked about that last week. People always say, "Sel, why am I not allowed to wear my colors while I'm driving my car?" And I tell them like this: you are supposed to love your colors, the back of this vest, The front of the vest is yours. Do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. But the back of the vest, like you said, belongs to the MC. You're supposed to love your color so much that you would let nothing cover it up. I.e., that's why you don't lay your colors on the ground. I.e.,
Unless you're laying on the ground in them.
unless you're laying on the ground. Anyway, and you're not supposed to be covering them up. That's why you don't ride in the car, because you're covering up the colors with the back seat of the car. Also, if there is somebody riding on your motorcycle with you, I don't know, interruption. If there is somebody riding on your motorcycle with you, then they are not allowed to cover up your colors with their colors. So, for example, whenever I'm on my motorcycle and Queen, which is the vice president of Hardy's Angels, shout out to Hardy's Angels, one of the baddest female MC clubs, or Harley Davidson in the world. But when Queen has to ride with me, for whatever reason, her motorcycle is down or her arm is hurt or whatever, she has to I make her take them off. She don't even get to just take them off and flip them backwards. She got to take them off, because this is my motorcycle and Kings of the South is the club. So you can expound on that.
So that's called topping your colors, and no one's supposed to top your colors. I've actually seen cats take their colors off and put them on their woman so that she can show the colors.
Is that a violation?
In some clubs, your woman can wear your second patch or wear your patch. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's brand new to me.
I've seen cats do that. So they so don't want their colors to be topped.
Well,
They'll put them on the back of the
Keisha, what did
woman.
you say? Keisha, I didn't see what Keisha say. Belongs to the MC. What is the MC? We already said what the MC is. The motorcycle club.
The MC is the motorcycle club. Now, someone just asked me, is your cut the property of the MC?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Your cut is
You're
not.
talking about the vest. You're talking about the vest. No,
Yeah.
you own the vest.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I'm automatically thinking you're talking about the color. The colors belong to the club.
So what is the difference between a cut and a vest? Why do people call vest cuts?
I'm gonna let him answer that one.
So I never really used the term cut until the movie the thing Sons of Anarchy came out. Everybody started screaming cut, cut, cut. Most of our motorcycle clubs don't wear cuts.
We wear vests.
We wear vests. A cut is a blue jean jacket with the arms cut out of it. That's truly a cut. So to me, a vest is your colors. I'm wearing my colors. I'm wearing my vest, and a cut is the jean jacket.
A lot of y'all is on this fashion shit too. Because understand this. I got some cats that I ran into who want their vest to look brand new.
Christopher Henderson said wrong about something. What'd you say wrong
What
about?
we wrong about, Chris?
What we wrong about?
Where he at? Scroll it down, see what he at. Well, he must have said something we missed.
He said wrong.
Paradise Bell, what up, Chris?
If that MC purchased the vest or cut, it belongs. Why would the MC purchase your vest?
They shouldn't. You should purchase your own vest.
No, Christopher, the vest belongs to you.
Yeah.
We just need our patch off the back of it.
Period.
So when you give it to the sergeant in arms and he takes the patch
No,
off
I'm
of
saying who is the MC, since you say that they belong to the MC, the club, whatever club it is that you're a part of, whatever MC you're part of, Keisha. For example, Kings of the South owns the stuff that's on the back of my vest, the patches that are on the back of my vest. Harley's Angels, their patches that should be copyrighted and all that other stuff belongs to the MC. So that is what belongs to the MC.
The spoiler says that different regions call it different things, cut or
you
colors.
got some people that again, it's okay. So can we say, spoiler? Can we say a cut in the vest symbolizes the same thing then?
They symbolize the thing that holds the patch.
The patch is on the back.
I've actually had a guy tell me, "Don't call this a patch. These are my rags."
Okay.
And okay.
If your vest ain't weathered, you ain't ride your motorcycle nowhere. So new vest ain't you saying?
I'm not wearing my new vest.
Say, man, what did they blame? That is correct. Cuts were denim jackets with sleeves out, cut off. There it is. There.
Okay. Gary says in South social clubs in Detroit have to wear support patches to become an MC from a 1% motorcycle club. Is that like that all over the country? No.
No. That's different than that. Now, soft colors. Let's talk about that. Soft colors. I'm going to say this as nice as I can. There is no such thing as soft colors.
What the heck?
Somebody calling. Janie calling.
Janie,
We
you
finna
can't
do-
call in the middle
Yeah,
of
we finna do a call in, Janie.
Janie,
We
you
finna do a
can't. Janie, oh, she took me offline.
You can go right back. You'll be Paul. You're gonna lose some of your followers, but they'll be back.
Janie, you can't call in the middle of the show. Let's give him a phone number. Janie, you can't call in the middle of the show. We'll give
Okay,
you a
listen,
phone
let's
number.
get back into soft colors. There is no such a thing as legalized or recognized soft colors. Clubs have come up with T-shirts and stuff to wear, or when they're sitting around the clubhouse, or a lot of people say when it's hot, or whatever you want to say. But there are no such a thing as soft. You can't do a motorcycle count with soft colors.
Well, so let's better explain this. Okay. Soft colors have become an accepted way to identify you while you're coming into the set, and the board, the council, or the outlaw may say, well, you can wear soft colors for 4 months. But as long as you're in soft colors, you're not in colors. You're not in colors at all. It's not recognized.
Period.
So you don't even have, you can wear that stuff all day long, and no one's gonna jump in on your behind or whatever because you're in you're not in there. I don't even like the term soft colors.
Yeah.
But the second it goes on a cut or a vest, now it's real. Now you have an issue if you haven't done the right thing. So the T-shirt with your colors on it, or the Dickie shirt, or all those sorts of
whatever
things.
Whatever it is, there's no such thing
Really
as legalized soft colors. So
Right.
I'm just saying like that.
Yeah, but you may get told while you're bringing in a motorcycle club in an area. You may
Hey
be
Nate,
told,
this his hat. I'm borrowing it. You want a hat? They say you want a hat, man.
yeah,
say
man,
no.
you need to get you a hat.
Say it ain't
dog.
so.
Yeah.
There is no. I'm telling you right now. There is no. If you're on your motorcycle and you're in a motorcycle club and you're with 2 or more of your brothers, you should have on your vest. I don't give a fuck how hot it is, how hot it's going to be, how uncomfortable it may be. Your vest is more important than your motorcycle. I know that sound real fucked.
Creep is saying
I know that sound real fucked
back
up.
to the patches on the back of the vest. What happened to your vest telling your story? Back in the day, riders would have patches all over their vest. Only OMCs were the clean back. Traditional MCs never had, to my knowledge, anything on their back except their colors. The rest of your vest can tell your story, but not the back patch. Not the back of your vest. The back of your vest belongs to the MC. Why you would have 1,000 patches back there to take away from the MC? Your story is about this. This is you. We, the MC, we back here. This is us. We have that.
Yeah. Sounds fucking gay, soft color. Would you say Regina? BS. What's BS, Regina? Anyway, so there's no legalized such a thing as soft colors. If you're on your motorcycle, and if it's 2 or more of you guys, and you're both in the same club or whatever, then you should have on your vest with your colors on. Period. If you're out and about and you're just out riding your motorcycle and you're by yourself, there has been given an exception because you're by yourself. You don't have to wear your colors. That's a standard acceptance. Would you agree or not?
You should wear your colors every time you're on your motorcycle, and it is appropriate to do so. Inappropriate times would be like maybe you're going back and forth to work, or you're traveling and you haven't cleared yourself to go through that state, or other times it might not be appropriate to do so, like if there's a heavy police presence and you're by yourself and you don't want the hassle. But other than that, you should be rocking your club at all times. Wearing your patch and letting everybody know this is what I do. And if you don't have your patch on, then there should be some sort of signifying something that says, I'm with these MCs and this is what I do.
Monique, social clubs can wear any color vest that they want to. They got all colors. Black or denim, I believe, are the only 2 colors that they're not allowed or technically not supposed to wear because those are strictly related to MC. But social clubs can wear any other color vest that they want to. So, drag racing on freeway, Hindu, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about you shouldn't wear your colors when you drag racing on the freeway? Hindu, you ain't got no been a drag racing on the freeway. Riders should know that in their bylaws. Okay, some will, some won't. Jojo, what it do?
It says pertaining to vests that are black or denim, white or colored vests with.
That's what I was just answering her.
Are you gonna do the phone?
Yeah, let's do the phone.
Uh,
Queen put the number on there earlier. I forgot what she put the number on there earlier.
Queen, what our number is?
Queen, put the number back on there real quick. We're gonna start taking phone calls. Cause this thing is getting.
Okay, so back to Mrs. C. So you need to be an MC or an RC or an SC.
And we gave you the definition of MC, RC, and SC. MC is about the motorcycle and the brotherhood.
What do you do?
RC is more about just the riding and hanging out. And SC are the non-bike affiliates that hang around the MC. So, and that's just a brief breakdown, but you can watch the video to get a more clarified definition of it. Queen, are you going to give us the phone number? Let me see. She put it on there. I have to scroll all the way back.
Stick with it.
Tony Clark says 678-395-6536. Write it down. 678-395-6536. All right, let's take some calls, y'all. Let's get this thing cracking.
678-395-6536.
678-395-6536. Let's take some calls.
We don't, 678-395-6536. I don't know my own. Who uses a home phone anymore? I'm surprised I still even have this thing. Oh, hell.
You see the cord broke through. That's definitely a black person's do it like this so the cord won't come out. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta do it like that so the cord won't come out.
Well, you seem to know a lot about it.
I mean, because I had to deal with this, back in the day, back in like 1912, so. Turn the volume up.
I think the volume's up, but you got the phone busy. All right.
I know, I was just, there we go, right there. Phone volume max. All right.
678-395-6536.
Now.
I hate to see people at the grocery store, Home Depot, or any other place that doesn't pertain to you doing work for club function.
Come on, with your vest on? So you're saying that you got people that just making a quick run to Home Depot or they got their vest on? Now, if I'm on my motorcycle when I get to Home Depot, I'm going to keep my vest on. I'm not going to take it off and put it on the bike. Let's see what we got. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Pick it up.
Hello? Can't hear that.
You
Just loud. Somebody call back. Anyway, if I'm on my bike, I'm not gonna take my vest off and leave it on my bike to go to the grocery store. Thunder Guards wear denim. They do. We know Thunder Guards wear denim.
We know who wears denim.
Tony Clark said, check for ringtone. Was that you that called, Tony? We checked the ringtone. Somebody tell Keisha Dixon.
I love her.
I love her.
Man, do your own hooking up on your.
Hey man, I need my cut, man. You know what I'm talking about? My little dating game fee or whatever it is. Yeah. So anyway, so Mrs. C, which one are you in, or are you in all three? Mrs. C, motorcycle riding or social club?
678-395-6536.
Yeah, that's what I was told. Harley's Angels. Oh, bye, get better. What you mean get better, Keisha? No, yes, quiet little. Anyway,
Oh, they like our cowboy hats.
yeah. What's next week's topic?
I don't know yet.
We got two. Remember you said the thought, or we're gonna do.
Oh, set, hoe, tramp, or lady. You decide.
Next week.
Next week.
Set, hoe, tramp,
or lady. You decide. The phone is busy, she said.
It's not busy. Not as we got the wrong number. But Tony might have put the wrong number on there.
678-395-6536.
Somebody try to. Let me call something. Let me see something real quick. Oh, I got to dial one. This 770? No, it's 678.
You don't have to dial one.
Yes, you do. You do 770?
Just dial 770.
Oh my! I can't wait.
Dragon.
D-Ray said he called.
What
Okay, we trying to get the number. I called too. So we might got the wrong number.
What is your assessment of SCs having ceremonies? Can you just
Ceremonies.
Hello.
Hey, what's the number? We got the wrong number.
The number I have it there.
What is it?
I will put it on there.
All right, well, tell us what it is while you putting it on there.
I didn't see it when it rung up. Hello?
Yeah, you want me to call your cell phone?
Yeah.
Man, we gotta get our technology better together. This is ridiculous.
Oh, what's my damn 67075? Okay, hold on.
Jamie said, "Be careful, gentlemen. You might want to have a woman's perspective."
We might.
We got our own perspective. We know what we.
I ain't got no problem with it. We ain't got no problem with it. But we want y'all to have your voice.
What's wrong with wearing your vest if you're raising money for a good cause? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with wearing your vest if you're raising money for a good
I
cause.
don't understand that. What you mean? If you're representing your motorcycle club on the...
Hello?
What's the number?
Oh, shoot.
Come on, Queen. What you sleep or something?
678 395 6536.
That's what we got.
It's not ringing because I called. It's ringing, but y'all can't hear it.
Okay, hold on. We're going to work on volume, tone, post.
The ringer's got it. Turn the ringer on. Right here. Is that on or off?
It says on. The ringer is on. It says the ringer is on, man. All right, hang up and call back, I guess.
Call the phone.
Oh,
There we go.
It's ringing. All right, hello? Hello? We can hear you, hello?
Hello.
I hear him saying something.
Hello. Hello.
Is this cord? Yeah, this cord is on.
Man, it worked last week. Hello.
I heard him try to say something, but
This is ridiculous.
we might not be. That's not what it is. Hello?
Hey, this limo man, y'all got me.
Okay,
Yeah,
there
man,
it is.
gotcha.
We
These
couldn't
people
hear.
can't use the phone, man. It's not us. It's these people.
Okay, well, I was able to dial in. I got y'all. But anyway, here's my question to you all. There's been some controversy as how many chances should a club have before they can rock the national, before they can have a national office?
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good
The
one.
standard number is 5. You need to have 5 chapters in 5 states.
Yeah, and the key is, listen, 5 states, 5 chapters, 5 different. So in other words, you have at least. In other words, you can't have 3 in Georgia, 1 in South Carolina, and 1 in Florida. That's 5 chapters, but that's not 5 states.
Okay, so it has to be 5 states. That's
Yes,
what I thought.
5 states is the key.
It is the key. Yeah, got to be in 5 different states.
Yes.
Okay, I was just trying to get some clarification on that. Because I've seen a few clubs, run around here, got national office and whatnot, and I know they don't have no 5, chapters in 5 different states.
Yeah, well, that's the key for that, man. The standard, the key is 5 chapters, 5 states, and really it should be 5 states is more important than the 5 chapters. But
Oh, right. I see. Okay, well, thanks, fellas, and hope I get a chance to y'all on the trip.
there it is, there, man. We love you. Thank you for calling.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, you ever had that issue before?
No, we've always.
No, I'm not saying that you as
Oh.
I'm saying, but I'm saying, has that ever been a question?
Yeah, I've heard it a lot of times, and I've seen a lot like cats. Well, we're getting our national. Well, you got 3 chapters. What national are you talking about?
Go ahead.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
How are you?
Is
Are
this-
you guys been taking calls?
Yeah, is this Janie?
Yeah, how do you know?
I just did it with Janie. What up, Janie?
Hey, darling.
You
how
can't
are
call in the middle of the show on the phone, Jenny. You knock us off the air.
And listen, Janie, this is
you? Yeah.
this is
Hold on, I'm getting away from the computer.
okay.
Yeah, our technology is
What's your question though,
is,
Janie?
is,
Too,
is
while you get
lame
away
here.
from the
We're trying to
computer?
get it together.
Well, one of the things, darling, is that I don't have a question per se, but you're getting ready to do another call-in thing about set holes and
That's next
the
week.
whole,
Yeah, that'll
that
be.
whole thing.
Uh-huh.
I want to caution you as men
Uh-oh.
and understand something. It takes two people to screw. But
Okay.
you cannot put more on the woman's responsibility in it than a man. We need to understand that people are going to screw as long as you have a motorcycle, you're going to be attracted to a woman, and vice versa. These are just some of the things that y'all think about.
Jay, let us do that next week, baby. Can we do that next week?
She upset about that. You didn't call Jay. You didn't call JD a whole a thought and some more shit. JD say she on your ass right now. She ain't having that shit. Hey JD, look, Jay. Now listen. He told on me earlier about this one being my topic. That's his topic for next week. I mean, he picked that one for next week. But we do hear what you're saying, and we can't wait for next week because we already understand that's going to be a very interesting topic.
I'm listening.
Maybe we need to drop that topic.
Even Keisha said, "Fuck that, let's talk about it." Say, man, we good. Y'all ain't gonna keep us here all night tonight, man.
We're not gonna do that tonight.
We ain't gonna do that all night tonight. Brandy, what it do, man? No, but
One
we.
of the things that y'all not addressing when y'all talk about social clubs.
Uh-oh.
Y'all having a good old time up in there.
We just, it just is what it is, man. I mean,
What have we not addressed when we're talking about social clubs?
Well, I think someone had, when you start talking about property of social clubs, women MCs, I think y'all just kind of glossed all over that whole entire thing.
because what we're doing, Janie, what we're doing is, to this week, what we're doing is, we're giving a definition of each. Right now, our goal today was just to give the definition of what it is that you're a part of.
And to establish that you need to be either a motorcycle club, a riding club, or a social club, not all three.
And then as like I said, as we go into it, then we're going to start breaking down the different characteristics or the different entities inside of each, connected to, a part of, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so we got you. You get a chance to cuss us out. Flacco, what it do, man?
I'm not going to, really, I already done did all my cussing that I'm going to do.
Okay.
But I'm enjoying the information.
Okay.
So one of these days I may come up with a question, but I might just start typing my comments. I enjoy that more.
All right, well, we will thank you for
What's
calling.
up, Bay Area Desperados in the house? Good to see y'all.
Man, who is that from Bay Area? All right, well, thank you, Janie.
678-395-6536.
I hope I didn't hang up on her. Sorry, I thought I said.
Yeah, Janie would get off in your.
Yeah. Donna, what it do, man? James, what it do? Mr. ZX, enjoying y'all show. Thank you. So, if you missed it earlier, MC, Mrs. C stood for Miss Motorcycle Riding and Social Club.
Check this out. If you have 5 states and you're now a national, and then later one is no longer, will that national press be considered? And if not, what would
if you lose a state, I think you lose national. I would agree. Go ahead. Hello? We can hear you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Turn your TV down.
What up, Blue?
How can we help you? It's repeating what we said.
Yeah, because she has her phone close to the computer.
I'm probably by my phone, too close to the PC.
Okay.
Hey guys. Hey Dragon.
Hey.
This is your first lady.
Which one?
Question.
Oh, this is down in
With it?
Thick-Witted down in Florida.
Oh, I just left you.
I know you did. Hello.
What up?
What made y'all decide to do this and not have one of the women in your panel? And there's a lot of women that's been on the set 20, 15
We're not talking about women right now. What you talking about?
Well, no, I mean her question is, and this is the second female, the third female to mention it. And again, this is just something that me and him thought about together. We're both on the same page. We're both in the same book, trying to go the same direction.
Yeah.
And as we go on and get this thing on a better, as we get better with it, of course we'll have guest speakers on. And now what the ladies are expressing is that, hey, they want a female on with a female opinion.
Y'all will never y'all will never be able to walk in our shoes. Y'all will always walk in your shoes because y'all are men. So the perspective that you give sometimes, just if it's an MC or RC club or what have you, the perspective is from a male's point of view. Even though the protocol is still the same no matter what, and I always say that, but again, some women seem like they veer off that track of the bottom line of protocol. So sometimes it's just
What up, E?
a woman to hear it from another woman.
And we got you, and we're going to get there. See, let me tell you something.
Well, he just did an interview with
I did an interview with Miss
woman.
Teresa with 30 plus years on the set from starting from. Yes, you got to go back to my page and watch it. It's on my YouTube too. Amazing woman. She's 30 plus years on the set. And she explained that social club, the social saving club. But I will tell you this, and ladies, I'm telling y'all this right now live on camera. If you are strong enough to deal with it, because understand this. This is the easy part. The hard part is after this camera go off and we get all the calls about who we think we are and what the fuck we doing and the blah 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 blah. So if a female is strong enough to sit in the middle of this shit right here, because you're gonna have to sit in the middle, you know what I'm saying, and be able to handle this, then we welcome it and we would love to have you. So we're gonna put it together, man. We're gonna put it together. But
Right.
we got you
Last
first, lady.
question, because Dragon missed it earlier.
What up, RJ?
Whose responsibility is to call for out of states when you jump states? So when you jump states and you're going through states with your patch, and I ride by myself a lot, so I jump states.
All of a sudden you
jump
ride
states,
motorcycle.
What protocol is it to call and let somebody know you're coming through? Let the
So-
dominants know you coming through.
So that's another show, but typically you would have your road captain do that for you,
Okay.
We're sergeant at arms.
or your sergeant at arms.
So it depends. And put it like this, and I'm gonna tell you this: in today's time, it better be whoever has the strongest connections and the strongest communications. Also, a lot of times what I tell people is this too: just ride your motorcycle. As long as you ride your motorcycle and you're not going to that particular state, just on to be hanging out, then it really doesn't become an issue. Let's just say, for example, first lady, if you get on your motorcycle from Florida and you just gonna ride to California, your trip is California, and you're just riding your motorcycle, even if you're at a gas station and you're gassing and going and doing whatever, you very rarely will have to deal with that situation. But if you're gonna be going state to state and you're gonna be making some stops and hanging out, then yes, some affiliates should be notified and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, guys.
All right, baby.
Bye.
Bye. What we got?
Okay, we got a question that was asked, and that is, can a national officer also be a president of a local chapter?
No.
Yes.
You can?
Yes, you can do
You
both.
can hold both?
You can hold
That's
both.
a conflict of interest.
You can hold both.
Man, that's a conflict of interest, man.
I hear y'all say that all the time.
That's a conflict. So you telling me that I'm the Atlanta chapter vice president, but I'm the national president.
No, you'd be the Atlanta chapter president and the national president.
Whoa.
You got to go back to the time of the old school MC, and remember that in many MCs,
Okay.
the mother chapter president was the national president.
Okay.
So he was both president of the mother chapter and the national president. It's only been with the
Newer generation.
where we have these chapters that have spread out so far that folks are talking about, well, you can't do both. But in many MCs, you could never be national president unless you were mother chapter president, period.
I mean, and that's how most of it's governed. You have to start off, you have to come from the mother chapter, da da da. But what I'm saying is this: I hear what you're saying, but understand this: it would be very hard to run a local chapter.
No, it wouldn't.
That shit is hard work.
No.
Are you crazy?
It's not hard at all.
Man, please try running Try running the Atlanta Kings of the South and being the national president at the same time. Try that shit right
Well, Atlanta Kings of the South is unnaturally swollen. I mean,
there. Hey, that just it is what it is. Go ahead, caller. Blue, what up with it? Go ahead, caller.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
who are you and where are you from?
Hello.
Okay, well, never mind then. Just ask the question.
Hello. Hello. It ain't us, man. It ain't the phone. Hello. Ma'am. 3. Hello. 2. Hello. 1. Anyway, I think it's hard as hell. Roland, you said Roland Hart said yes, you can. As long as he is active, exactly, you have to live in the mother chapter. You have to live in the mother chapter. I guess to start off, but you got qualified candidates from different places. Go ahead, caller. Hello? It ain't the phone, man. It ain't wrong.
Hello?
Ain't nothing wrong with the phone. Hello? Cause you can hear the
Y'all make sure y'all's phones are right for y'all callers. It's not our stuff. This technology is not that hard.
Hello?
Okay, so this guy says the reason that I asked is because if you drop from 5 states to 4, what would become of the national president's position? Would he go back to being a member, or would he become prez? Prez of what?
He would go back to being a member.
What would he be prez of if he
I
wasn't?
guess the chapter he came from. That's what they're trying to say.
Well, if he was lucky enough to be doing both, then he would automatically revert back to.
Don't believe this doing both shit.
This the truth.
This doing both shit. You cannot. Well, I can't imagine the organizations that I know of: Rare Breed, Second to None, Kings of the South,
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
But I did do it.
Yeah, but by whatever.
Yeah.
I can't imagine those people being actual president of a chapter, having to run a chapter day to day, and being a national president.
If you have
having to run
a righteous, and remember my video about the VP, if you have a righteous VP, you're not running a chapter day to day. Your VP's running it.
Yeah, you're right. But still, you know what I mean.
If we're
But you know what I mean.
protocol, then
Yes, the VP does run a chapter. So, but still, what I'm saying
And
is,
your national
you're
VP
biased though. It's a biased opinion.
what is the bias? The
Because-
mother chapter runs it all.
Okay.
So everybody's running off the mother chapter. That's how it used to be. Now, as the clubs have gotten so big, like Kings of the South and others, then what happens is now you got guys that are qualified, and you'll get national presidents there from other areas.
Go ahead.
Turn your TV down.
Hello?
I just want to make sure that, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I just want to make sure the phone's working.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, our phone's working.
Yeah, I told you they the phone. Hindu mother chapter is the head. Yes, it is. But now that's an interesting topic too. We got to bring that up. Once you get a national though, the national supersedes the mother chapter.
Oh, and that's a big. Oh my God, that's
one
just
of
the absolute
That's
worst.
one of the biggest arguments. Period. I can't see that either. If you got 12 chapters, see what I'm talking about? That's what Hugh Middlebrooke. Listen, let me tell you something. When I'm telling you that if it is being done, then it has to be for small chapters. We're talking 10, maybe 12 people per chapter. But like I said, the clubs I just named, Rare Breed, Second to None, Kings of the South, Next Level, what she said?
See, Devon
Yes.
says you
Yeah,
can
remember,
be and the
remember.
national president at the same time.
Devon.
Listen, if you're the national president and the local president, like say the mother chapter president, I mean, truly, you're going to be doing more national stuff than local stuff. Your VP is probably going to be practically running the show.
Okay.
But you don't have to give up the title. There are people that believe you can't.
I believe
hold
you
both
have to
titles.
get. I believe you
don't
only
have
have
to give
one
up both
title.
titles. We're talking
I
protocol
believe-
here, and I'm a strict pro.
Yeah, he protocol. He wanted to find it. I believe you can only have one title. A person holding two, hell, one title is enough. Let alone two titles.
But that's where do you get that from?
It just only makes sense.
No,
that makes the most sense. Go ahead, caller. It makes the most sense.
One said it's Keisha.
Go ahead, Keisha.
Do club names have to be approved by anybody?
When you start a new club, Keisha, you basically have to take your club name and colors to whoever the OMC is, whoever the dominant is, and technically they are supposed to approve that. They are supposed to approve those colors, that name, to make sure that it doesn't overlap or coincide, or that it doesn't cross names or colors, basically with any other club. So your answer is yes. Is it being done properly or being done at all? No, I mean in Atlanta, we got several examples of it not being done the correct way. But technically speaking, yes, you cannot go and start a green Sabbath in Atlanta when it's a black Sabbath in Atlanta. You're technically not supposed to be able to start another Kings of or whatever in Atlanta if it's already a Kings of the South. That's protocol, technically, but we are seeing it. We are seeing it being done. What's your thought on that?
Well, when you follow strict MC protocol, you will go to a board or a dominant to get your blessing, and they're going to tell you whether or not you can have that name in that area.
Yeah.
I've seen all kinds of things. Like I've seen it where, in some places, they might say you can't have the title black in your club. So no clubs coming here will have the word black in them. I've seen that happen. And if you're a new club and you call yourself the Black Rockets, you may be told, no, you can be the Rockets, the Red Rockets, the Green Rockets, but you're not going to be the Black Rockets. Yeah. So your name and your patch and the colors in your patch will definitely be controlled by the dominant or the board of that area.
Yeah, and like I said, that's technically how it's supposed to be. Although we are seeing it different, Keisha, we really are seeing it different. But that's a good question. We appreciate you.
Now I have a second question.
Go ahead, babe.
The second question, I hear y'all saying about the dominant. So is it that the dominant has to approve everything that the motorcycle clubs do? Are they like the head of everything?
So in the motorcycle club world, there's a food chain. And the dominant MC of that area is the governor. So they're not going to be approving internal things like who's the president or something like that. But many external things may be dictated by the dominant, such as 80-20 laws, which they may say, in order for you to be recognized as a motorcycle club in this area, 80% of your motorcycle club will be riding and owning motorcycles, and only 20% can be off motorcycles. And if you ever fall underneath that number, we're pulling your blessing and you won't be riding in your patches here. So they're not going to regulate everything, but they can regulate many things that are external to the club that keep the good order and perseverance and discipline of the protocol of the MC set intact.
So should we explain, John, the title dominant? Or do you want to say that for another show?
Basically, the dominant is the most prolific and powerful outlaw motorcycle club in an area. And sometimes you get areas where several clubs claim to be the dominant, and you have several hardcore 1% MCs in an area, and they all say they're the dominant. Most of the time, it's probably going to be the one that's been there the longest or the one that's the biggest and has the most power. But a lot of times what we're seeing is that the dominants will come together and work through a board, and so that doesn't become an issue.
Well, the OMCs will come together.
The OMCs will come together, yeah.
Okay, well that's good, because that's what I wanted to know. Is it more than one dominant? Or you have dominant?
Well, technically, there can the word dominant means dominant. The total, the top. The word dominant is a singular word.
But there can be more than one OMC that claims to be a dominant in an area.
Yeah, but that's a fight for us not to even worry about. That's basically on them. But it shall be something established as to who is in control of the blessing. So therefore, you don't have, if you have 4 OMCs in the area, you don't have 4 OMCs differently blessing in clubs differently. Although we do see it.
We definitely do see it.
We definitely do see it, but technically, it's not supposed to be that.
Okay, well, thank you. You guys keep up the good work.
Thank you, sugar.
Bye-bye.
Would you say, Nitty, there are more than one OMCs in this area? Yes. but that don't mean that there's more than one dominant.
And we don't get into that. Who's
Yeah.
the dominant and who's not.
Yeah.
We let them duke that out between themselves. We have you can go to the board of your area, the recognized board, or you can go to a dominant and sometimes, or you can go to an OMC that may or may not be the dominant, and they sometimes they'll bless you in. Are you going to have an easy time with the rest of the clubs in the city? You know, that's something you have to think about.
Roland Haas said there should never be a 1% of the OMCs on the board.
There really shouldn't be, and you see a lot of 1%ers moving away from that.
Yeah.
That they don't sit on the board at all. But that doesn't mean that they don't control the board.
That part. Yeah. So Nitty, there are 7 black OMCs. Okay, that's what my man.
That is true.
That's what my man Big Dog is saying.
Well, there's actually more than 7 black OMCs. There are actually more. I've met a few more. There's one in Houston that I've met. So, but there are 7 major black OMCs. We're gonna do an OMC show.
Yeah, because I was say y'all trying to get us into a whole other area right now. Hold on. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, this Phil?
Yeah.
Phil, how you doing? This Black Dragon?
Yeah.
How y'all doing, man? First of all, much respect to the both of y'all, and I enjoy your shows and everything that y'all doing. But my quick question is, well, first, this is Steve. I'm from Chicago.
Okay, Steve.
And I wanted to ask, what is y'all take on these clubs call themselves motorsports clubs? You know, they have motorcycles and cars and social clubs, and they've been, in a sense, you know, they're really not an MC, they're really not an SC, they're like a little bit of everything. I mean, what is y'all take on that, and how do y'all feel about that?
I mean, they've been in existence for a while. Number One Stunners, Rough Riders. Who else you got?
Dirty South Slab Riders and Rough Riders.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got Rough Riders, Number One Stunners. I mean, again, this is my thing. You very rarely have an issue or problems with those motorsports clubs because they understand their lane, and they do it, and most of them are self-contained. At one time, the Rough Riders and the Number One Stunners were bigger than most of your MCs. Period. And they didn't really interact that much with the MCs, except maybe the ones who had motorcycles, because I mean they've had pit bull division. I mean you had Rough Rider pit bull division, skateboard division. You've had just different divisions, and it was their own thing. To me, it never was an issue to me. I mean, we just knew that those were Rough Riders and those were Stunners, and that's what they did.
And you wanted them to show up to your party because they was coming with 100.
Yeah, they would come with 100 people. So.
But for me, you know, I as a strict MC traditionalist, they had a place.
They had their own lane.
And they had a lane. But as I've always seen them conduct themselves on the set, and then they were some hardcore ass stunners, so you really didn't want to stunt with them or you'd kind of be embarrassed. We
I know some of those guys. My question is to you, Shank, the thing that the and the black vest. So if that's solely for an MC thing, am I getting that correct?
Well, yeah, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to get back to that. Somewhere over the last 4 or 5 years, the black vest thing has gotten lost to where the Number One Stunners were wearing white vests, silver vests, and then they got into the black vest. And even the social clubs were wearing black vests. Even here in Georgia, I can speak on within the last 2 or 3 years, the council has been trying to get that part corrected so that the MC can be recognized as the MC, the social clubs, et cetera, can be recognized as that. But yeah, you are correct in the fact that they were at one time wearing black vests. But I think we are trying to get that corrected basically all over the world now.
Right. Okay, man. Well, I appreciate what y'all doing, man. And y'all have a good one.
Thank you, sir.
Rob Peoples, thank you, brother. Rob Peoples comes up with a great question. What if you're a mixed group of guys, meaning black and white,
Okay.
or Mexican? What club, and you want to bring your club to a city, do you talk to the black diamond or the white diamond, or both?
Ooh.
So
That's a good
you
one.
talk to the dominant,
And the dominant will instruct you.
in your area.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, So just face it, if you got black folks in your club, you're gonna most likely be run by the black dominant. It's just like if you got 1/4 black in your 1% black in your blood, you're a black man. So if you got black folks in your clubs, most likely
The whites are going to push you towards the blacks automatically. That's what they're going to do. They're going to push you towards that lane, period.
right.
Because they they're very much strictly for the whites. But that basically how that works. The jean vest was also only for 1%ers. Okay. Yeah, Keisha, I don't know who thought you was calling. I know, right? No. Stephanie sounds watching. What if you're a mixed group of guys, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, so today was about MC, RC, and SC. I think we covered what those definitions were, are, and we're going to take that next week. We're going to expound on different parts of that. So you guys bear with us. We've been here. What we got? Uh-oh, I got me a salad. Oh, some cold wings. Anyway, so I think that's about it. We don't have any more calls. We can go and end this for the night. And, you know what I'm saying? Get back to this shit later on next week. What's the topic? Yeah. Tell them what it is.
We don't have a topic for next week.
No, we got one. Tell them what the topic is.
Said hoes, tramps, or ladies.
And I'm going to use another word with my cousin Gorilla Blue Rolling High, Las Vegas Hog Life president, what you call a hot pussy pocket, or whatever you call them. Anyway, we're going to talk about all that next week. Tawana, what to do? So, I got my wings. We love y'all. We got some questions. Hope y'all learned something.
Oh,
And,
a little bit of pay some bills here.
yeah, here we go.
My newest book. You guys knew the workout book was coming, right? Personal Trainer Abs. You get this at ab-workoutsforwomen.com. Go on and order my new book. This is to celebrate my 60-pound weight loss. Next, we're going to be working on the abs. So if you get the book, you can work on the abs with me. Ab workouts. And this is done by fitness trainer Candace Renee Burney and myself. You'll love this book. Personal Trainer Abs. ab-workoutsforwomen.com.
And for those of y'all on the opposite side of it, I'll be doing a book on how to eat 20 wings in 15 minutes. You know why? That boy right there. Go ahead, call him.
If you don't put that ad book down, if you don't put that damn ad book down,
Tell him again.
what the hell? Get the hell out of here with that shit.
Hey.
This Jersey.
What up, George?
Jersey.
What up?
Get him, George. Get him, George.
If you don't get the hell out of my face with that shit, I just disconnected from Facebook.
Damn. I'm trying to tell you, George. You know what I'm saying? My book on how to eat 20 wings in 15 minutes, man.
There you go. Look, I stand up here. I said, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just sit back. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna hear what everybody's saying. I'm gonna learn. I like to take things in. But some shit you just can't be quiet about.
For everybody, this is Jersey, president of the Golden Hawks.
Can't do that part right there.
You just fucked me up with that one. Oh, can I cuss on this? Well.
It's already too late. Hey, this is my man Jersey, Golden Hawks president. How many years y'all got, Jersey?
We 50 years this coming summer.
50 years in existence.
This coming summer.
How you love that?
July.
How you love that?
July.
Well, there it is, Jersey. He gonna do his abs. I'm gonna fuck these wings up, Jersey. We'll holler at you.
How he gonna say how he gonna eat sweet chicken out your damn plate
Yeah,
and pull up a damn ad book?
that part. Get him to that, Jersey.
Can we have any more hate? I mean, just a little more hate.
Mr. Getting Skinny.
Yeah, that part.
You better get your ass a damn salad next time you say that. Pick up that damn book.
We see that's what I thought it was, Jersey, was a salad. I thought, okay, he gave me a old salad. And then I opened it up as my favorite, man. It's the wings, man.
You know
And then
what?
he only gave me 10, Jersey. What kind of shit is that?
Oh man, you know he be cheating. You tell people that shit just to be some bullshit. That motherfucker ain't also 60 pounds.
Hey,
He
man.
be sucking his
These
stomach in.
are friends of mine. Just so you.
just so you know. All right, Jerry, we love you, baby.
Hey, nobody else got on his side cussing until he pulled out that damn book.
We did good. We had almost a no cussing night.
Hey,
All right,
man.
y'all take it easy.
All right, good.
John. Hey, man, I told you, ain't nobody going for that bullshit, man. I told you about that shit. Going over here fucking on my image, man.
The women have been asking me for the abs book for a long time. I'm bringing it out, and now I gotta get hated on for it.
Anyway, that's 10 wings in less than 8 minutes. So,
Well,
I'm on point. Well, he helped, so.
I help.
Anyway, we love y'all, man. This will conclude tonight. Stay tuned for next week's topic. We're gonna get it in, man. Full figured ass sale on the wing. That be me, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, when I throw some money at the screen, I might do a little shake dance for you.
Don't throw no money at the screen,
Hey,
please.
throw some money at the screen, I might do a shake dance for you right this one. Anyway, love y'all. Peace, love, hair grease. It's your man, Big Sale.
We'll try to answer some of these questions. We'll try to answer some of these questions.
Yeah, as we go along.
As we type back to you. Black Dragon National President on YouTube. Make sure to go on our YouTubes and watch
subscribe,
this.
man, and subscribe.
And subscribe to us. Fast Starters Only.
FHO Atlanta GA on YouTube.
And Black Dragon National President. Please go subscribe. Thank you so much.
Get the books.
For tuning in.
Stay tuned for the FHO book we're writing.
Man, look at all the love you get.
Say, man, look, why are you worried about my love, man?
I
ain't say nothing about the love.
There's no love coming.
That shit was popping up across the screen just a few minutes ago. I didn't say nothing about that. Say, man, we out of here, man. We got some shit to talk about. Yeah.
Sal!
Hey.